Now let's get more from Derek Maltz. He is a former DEA agent who ran the DOJ's special operations for a decade and has waged war on the Sinaloa drug cartel you just heard Robert talking about. 150 arrests, Derek, 4.5 million fentanyl pills. What's interesting is when you first hear that, you think like, wow, it's a massive amount. But when you look at the overall numbers, I mean, it's like almost nothing.
Well, it's a lot of lives that have been saved. So the DEA in Arizona, working with their partners, have done a tremendous job. Just as an example, like last year alone, they seized over 28 million fake pills. And the DEA has put out a wide warning to America that 6 out of 10 pills that they have analyzed in their lab have a potentially lethal dose of fentanyl. So think about that. Do the math, right? 28 million times 60%. That's how many lives have been saved just by the DEA Phoenix working with their counterparts. So my hat goes off to the law enforcement agents that are on the front lines, taking down these loads of poisonous drugs. But you know what else you got to know is CBP in Nogales every single day. Go to the Twitter feed. Every day they're hitting a couple 100,000, 300,000, a million pills like every other week. So they're knocking the Sinaloa cartel down. But the problem is that the cartels have built up such power because they're working with the Chinese transnational criminals. They're doing the money laundering now for the cartels. The supply of the chemicals are coming in at record levels, and our kids are dying like we've never seen in the history of America. And our Washington leadership is keeping a wide open border, which is causing morale issues because our Border Patrol, they signed up to protect America, not to do babysitting detail.
Yeah, listen, I wasn't trying to downplay the bust because it is incredible, and you're right, every life that is saved matters, and that's a lot of lives saved, but there's just so much of it out there, and I was thinking about it today. I mean, like when there's a big cocaine bust back in the day and, you know, millions and millions off the streets, and it really hurts whoever sent it over, but this stuff isn't even that expensive to make, right? I mean, does this even really, it's a big bust and hopefully saves lives, but does it even really hurt the cartel at the end of the day?
Well, great question. I'm glad you brought that up. And by the way, the reason I get so passionate is because I work with thousands of families, and they are desperately looking for awareness and education to go out to the public. But also, I've been talking about this for 5 years, and I hate talking about it. I want action.
Yeah.
And the government's not acting the way they should. But getting back to your question, it's less than 10 cents right now to make a pill. So if you make 1 million pills, do the math, 1 million times 10 cents, $100,000 for an investment. If you bring that load into America, you could sell those pills from $10 to $20 to $30 a pill. And on the Indian reservation up in Montana, it's $150 a pill. So you could see the profit motive. So you're right. Losing this amount of fentanyl is like the cost of doing business. And they will continue to produce multi-millions of these pills every week and keep flooding the streets of our country.
So if they don't even really care about losing all those pills and consider it the cost of doing business, how do you stop it? Because they can keep doing the busts, but if they're just, you know, like whatever, we knew that we were going to lose some, it's not that valuable anyway, how do we actually put a stop to it?
So great question. I really appreciate that. So law enforcement will continue to do what they do. Obviously, they make very high-level indictments, but our Mexican counterparts now are very soft on crime. So they're not extraditing, they're not capturing, they're not going after the labs. So America has a very serious decision to make right now. We're losing kids at historic levels, so law enforcement alone is not going to shut down the supply. So we have to now do what certain congressmen have now put forward to use U.S. military and intelligence community assets to help the Mexican government go after these cartel labs. Unfortunately, I have no confidence that they will agree to do that. That means the American president, Joe Biden, has to make a decision. Are we going to save American lives, or are we going to let the cartels work with the Chinese with impunity to destroy our future generation? So if it were me in charge, I would use the best resources we have in America. I would want to work with Mexico, but if they didn't want to work, I'd do precision strikes on these production labs, because we've never had one terrorist in the history of America one organization destroying so many families and so many kids.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of News Nation's fact-driven coverage.